This is the Superhost badge, 4.9 stars and 100% response rate and zero cancellations. Airbnb only gives this to the top few percentage of Airbnb hosts, and I earned it by about doing 15 minutes a day, and not because I'm some super crazy host or anything like that, but because I don't run my Airbnb. I let my AI run my Airbnb for me. So let me show you the exact system I use. What's good, execs? It's your boy Trey Cooper. And so here's what just happened. While I was talking, a guest messaged my listing asking about an early check-in. My system read the whole email and replied in my voice and sent it to my phone for a one-tap approval. And I didn't type a word. That's the whole game. So let me back up and I'll show you how I built every single piece of it, because none of this is a fancy app that you could download or you could buy. It's the same AI that you already have access to, but it's just pointed at a real business. AI is not the thing that makes money. The Airbnb makes the money, but AI is the worker. I never have to pay it. It never calls in sick, and I don't really have to manage it that much. Being a superhost mainly rests on one thing, and it's response time. Airbnb requires a 90% response rate to keep the badge, and mine's at 100%. And not because I'm glued to my phone, but most hosts lose the badge because when they're asleep and a guest hits them up at 1 a.m., they're not there to respond. So here's my fix. Every 5 minutes, I have a script that checks my Gmail for Airbnb notifications and pulls out the actual guest messages and hands it to Claude with my listing details already loaded. So the keypad check-in, the Wi-Fi, the pet policies, and even the trash days are already there. And Claude drafts up the answer in my tone and texts it to me on Telegram. And I just tap to approve it and it sends. So a guest at 1 a.m. gets a correct human sounding answer in seconds. And while I was asleep, that's the whole thing. And being the human in the loop is by design. I approve every message, but I'm approving, not writing. 15 seconds instead of 15 minutes. And if you charge the same price every night, you're leaving money on the table every single weekend. My pricing engine built a 90-day calendar so it knows that weekends cost more than Tuesdays, and it discounts last-minute empty nights so they just don't go to waste. And it fills that orphan gap between 2 nights of those bookings. And it'll ask Claude for 1 paragraph read on the strategy. I own a 3-bedroom near Melbourne Beach, about 10 minutes away from the water. And in season, that pricing difference is the actual margin of the business. Real quick, this system that you just watched me build for my Airbnb, this is literally what my company LuxCore AI does for other businesses. And I'm already running AI operations for 2 other businesses, and I have room for 3 more. So before I cap it out. And if you're running a business and you want this exact build, the link is in the description. Right back to the video. Reviews are your ranking and your Superhost status. So my rating sits at about 4.9 right now across 2 straight quarters and over 19 stays. And 2 jobs are here, both automated. 1, the day after a guest checks out, the system drafts a review request that nudges them to leave a 5-star review. And 2, when a review comes in, it drafts my public response. So I never argue, I always respond. It's because future guests always read every single one of those replies. And AI keeps me consistent on the days that I forget. This is the one that saves businesses from disaster. If you list on more than 1 platform, the nightmare is 2 guests booking the same night. And my calendars are supposed to mirror one another, but they refresh on lag and Airbnb every few hours. So if I have a read-only checker that pulls the calendar and flags 2 things: overlap, meaning the same night is booked on 2 places right now, and drift, meaning a booking hasn't propagated yet and a double booking is now possible, and it doesn't fix it. No platform lets a tool write to the calendar, and it alerts me while there is still time to act. That's the difference between a 5-star stay and refunding a family at the door. Last piece, an analytics script. It reads my booking emails and calculates the numbers with the real operator watches. Occupancy averages, nightly rates, revenue per available night, and a single daemon ties the whole thing together and checking it every 5 minutes and dispatching whatever tool is needed. The daemon, that's my property manager, and it costs me nothing and it never sleeps. So my actual day is I wake up, I glance at my phone, approve a message or two, look at yesterday's numbers, and 5 to 15 minutes, then I go find the next deal and do the next thing. So that's how using AI got me that Superhost badge. Not by being clever, by doing the boring work, the boring and consistent things that burn most human hosts out. You made it this far, you're serious. So here's the honest pitch. I run LuxCore AI, where I build systems like this for businesses, voice agents that answer every call, and follow ups that never slip, operations that all run while you sleep. And I already help 2 companies full time, like I was saying right now. And I'm only going to be taking on 3 more because I do all the work myself. And the first call is free, link below. And if you'd rather build it yourself, I break down every video in every one of these systems inside the boardroom, and it's free to join. So if this provided you any value, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps out the channel. And if you're a real exec, you already know the motto: stay locked in, stay building, and stay starving.